Good morning, students. Welcome back to the another section of zoology class. Previous class we discussed about extra embryonic membranes. That means what are the membranes that surrounds the fetus. There are four membranes which surrounds the fetus. They are amnion, yolk sac, allantois, and chorions. And what are the functions of this extra embryonic membranes? So these are the things we discussed previous class. And in this class I am going to explain about the another topic, and this is another topic we discussed in previous class: ectodome, endodome, and mesodome. The various organs that are formed from these three germ layers. This also we discussed in previous class, and gestation period also we discussed last class. First trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. What are the organs developed during this first trimester and second trimester and third trimester also. And this class I am going to teach about the parturition and lactation. This is a last topic of chapter number 2. This is the last topic. So next video we will explain the what are the possible questions available for chapter number 2. Okay, let's move on to content. Parturition and lactation. So what is meant by parturition? Is a completion of pregnancy and giving birth to the baby. This is a parturition. This is a definition for parturition. Simply we can say delivery of fetus. This process is called parturition. So what are the events that are involved in a parturition process? That event collectively called labor. So there are two important processes you have to understand in this part. One is parturition, another one is labor. Parturition means completion of pregnancy and delivery of fetus. This collective process are called parturition. Labor means what are the events that helps to delivery of fetus. What are the events? This events collectively called labor. So there are two processes you have to understand for a 2 mark question. Okay, then next I move on to Braxton's Hicks contraction. So what are the events occurs in this Braxton's Hicks contraction? So this contraction due to the increase in the estrogen in the maternal blood. அம்மாவோட bloodல ஈஸ்ட்ரோஜனோட அளவு அதிகமாக இருக்குது. So increase in the estrogen in the maternal blood leads to this increased level of estrogen during the parturition process. What will happen? It promotes the uterine contraction. Already you know what is the role of uterus. Uterus is a muscular layer which covers the fetus. Fetus எங்கே இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா யூட்டரஸ்குள்ளே தான் இருக்கும். சரிங்களா? அப்போ due to the increase in the estrogen level in the maternal blood, what will happen? This increased estrogen promote the uterine contraction. This uterine contraction may helps to delivery of fetus. Okay, then uterine contraction, it causes a molding of the fetus. Molding, that is, it may helps to this contraction may helps to molding or the rotation of the fetus. As a result, what will happen? The downward movement of the fetus. The fetus move towards the cervical canal or towards the birth canal. The entire process are due to the increased level of estrogen. So what are the events occurs in the Braxton's Hicks contraction? First one is increase in the estrogen level. Enge increase ஆகும் in the maternal blood. Then followed by this increased level of estrogen promotes the uterine contraction. So due to the contraction of uterus, what will happen? The molding of fetus and the downward movement of the fetus. That means the fetus moves towards the birth canal or a cervical canal. Then finally it causes a dilation of the cervix and the vaginal canal. So cervix is a part of a female reproductive tract. Already I was explained, and cervical canal also already explained. This dilation may helps to normal delivery. That means the fetus comes out from the uterus through the cervix and vaginal canal. That is the reason here the dilation is takes place. Okay, the next event result. As a result of dilation of cervix and vaginal canal, what will happen? The neural hormonal reflex or fetal ejection reflex or Ferguson reflex will initiate. Can you understand? Till now there is no fetus comes out from the uterus. In the stage varaikkum fetus varala, but this fracture kicks contraction initiate the another reflex. What is the reflex? Another reflex, fetal ejection reflex or Ferguson reflex. This reflex process normally initiated by the Braxton Hicks contraction. This process, this entire process collectively called labor. Can you understand what is meant by labor? First step in a Braxton Hicks contraction, increase in the estrogen. Then this estrogen promote the contraction of uterus. Then molding of fetus. Then downward movement of the fetus. As a result, the dilation of cervix and vaginal canal takes place, result in the stimulation of Ferguson reflex. The Ferguson reflex may be a 3-mark question. Write the short notes on a Ferguson reflex may be a 3-mark question. Okay, I am going to explain the next process, Ferguson reflex. Any doubt in a Braxton Hicks contraction or labor process? In this slide, we have to understand what is meant by parturition. Parturition means completion of pregnancy, then what delivery of fetus. This collective process are called parturition. What is labor? What are the process? These are the some process involved in the delivery of fetus. This process are the process that are involved in the delivery of fetus. That process are called labor. Okay, move on to next slide. Okay, so this is a picture shows how the fetus move towards the cervical canal or towards the vaginal canal. Okay, this is a part of uterus. During the Braxton Hicks contraction, this uterus going to contract. As a result, the fetus move towards the cervical canal. Okay, next we are going to discuss about a fetal ejection reflex or a Ferguson reflex. So what are the various steps involved in a Ferguson reflex? The first step in the Ferguson reflex is once the fetus moves towards the vaginal canal or cervical canal, automatically the hypothalamus going to secretes the the hypothalamus secretes a hormone. This hormone going to stimulate the anterior part of the pituitary. Now the anterior part of the pituitary secretes or initiate the secretion of oxytocin. Oxytocin, this is a hormone secreted by the posterior part of the pituitary. There are two hormones secreted by the posterior part of the pituitary. One is oxytocin, another one is vasopressin. Vasopressin otherwise called antidiuretic hormone, and oxytocin otherwise called rabbit birth hormone or swift birth hormone. So due to the fetal ejection reflex or a Ferguson reflex, this reflex going to initiate the secretion of oxytocin from the neurohypophysis part of the pituitary. Now this oxytocin causes a powerful contraction of the uterine muscle. This is a uterine muscle. Already estrogen also causes a contraction, but that contraction stimulate this process. What process? Ferguson reflex. But in this stage, in Ferguson reflex, the secretion initiate the secretion of oxytocin. This oxytocin causes a powerful contraction of uterus. As a result, leads to expulsion of the baby. These all are the 3 events takes place in the Ferguson reflex. So first one is initiate the secretion of oxytocin. As a result of oxytocin, see what will happen? The powerful contraction takes place in the uterine muscles. As a result, the delivery of fetus takes place. Here, this is a emptied uterus. Okay, and next event, the relaxin, also another hormone secreted by the placenta and the corpus luteum. This is another 1-mark question. Relaxin, another hormone. This relaxin, as it like oxytocin, relaxin also helps to delivery of fetus. What is the role of relaxin in this delivery of fetus? This relaxin secreted by the placenta. What is placenta? A connective tube which connect the mother and fetus. It is also type of endocrine gland also, because of it secretes what? Hormones. And this relaxin causes a relaxing the pelvic ligaments. Pelvic na இடுப்பு புறத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ligaments. Ligaments என்ன சொல்லும்னா there are 2 part in connective tissues. One is ligament, another one is the tendon. Tendon, it is a connective tissue which connect the muscle and bones. Ligaments means a connective tissue which connects two bones. ரெண்டு போனை கனெக்ட் பண்ணக்கூடிய கனெக்டிவ் டிஷ்யூஸ்க்கு என்ன சொல்லுவோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ligaments அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். So here the relaxing causes relaxing the pelvic ligaments. As a result, the dilation of the cervix with the continued powerful contraction. This hormone also causes a powerful contraction of uterine muscles. Can you understand? There are three hormones responsible for contraction of uterus. First one is estrogen. Estrogen also causes a contraction. And second one is what hormone? Oxytocin also helps to contraction of uterus. And third hormone, relaxin, also helps to contraction of uterus. So these hormones helps to contraction of uterine muscles. As a result, what will happen? The amnion layer going to rupture. As a result, the delivery of fetus also takes place. So these are the various events that are involved in the delivery of fetus. The entire process collectively called a parturition. So parturition, nothing but it is a process of completion of gestation period and delivery of fetus. These two processes are collectively called parturition. So what are the various steps? First one is increase secretion of or increase the estrogen level in the maternal blood. This also causes a contraction of uterine muscles, and also it initiates the neural hormonal reflex or a fetal ejection reflex. As a result of it initiates the secretion of oxytocin. This oxytocin going to stimulate the uterine muscles, leads to the contraction of uterus muscles. This also causes a expulsion of fetus. And one more hormone also involved in the process of contraction of uterine muscle, that is a relaxin. This relaxin secreted by the placenta as well as a corpus luteum. It causes a relaxin of pelvic ligaments. Then it leads to dilation of cervix with due to the continued powerful contraction, result in the rupture of amniotic fluid. Then finally the fetal will expel out. So these are the various processes involved in parturition. And next process, lactation. Lactation is a process followed by the parturition. குழந்தை பிறந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் அடுத்த process என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா lactation, that is a secretion of milk. So this is another various steps involved in the lactation process. In this process initiated by this process initiated by the increased level of estrogen and progesterone and another one more hormone, human placental lactogen hormone. This hormone secretes towards the end of the pregnancy. Pregnancy ஓட எண்டில் இந்த மூணு ஹார்மோன் செக்ரீட் ஆவாங்க. என்னென்ன ஹார்மோன் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஈஸ்ட்ரோஜன், ப்ரோஜெஸ்ட்ரான் அண்டு பிளாசென்டல் லாக்டோஜன் hormone, human placental lactogen. This hormone secreted by the placenta, and this hormone stimulate the hypothalamus and towards the prolactin releasing factor. So this is a hormone secreted by the placenta. Can you understand? Secreted by the placenta, and this placental hormone going to stimulate the hypothalamus. This hypothalamus release a prolactin releasing factor. This prolactin releasing factor stimulate the anterior part of the pituitary by the secretion of prolactin. Already we know the various hormones secreted by the anterior part of the pituitary. So one of the hormone is prolactin, but oxytocin secreted by the neurohypophysis part of the pituitary. And here the anterior part of the pituitary secretes a prolactin, and this prolactin initiate the lactogenesis. Simple process involved in lactogen. First one is secretion of placental lactogen hormone. This hormone secreted by the which part of the fetus, sorry, which part of the maternal and fetal part of placenta. Placenta is a part which secretes another hormone, placental lactogen hormone. This hormone going to stimulate the hypothalamus, and this hypothalamus release what is a factor? Prolactin releasing factor. and this factor stimulate the anterior part of the pituitary, result in the secretion of prolactin, and the prolactin is a hormone stimulate the lactogenesis. And one more process, one more hormone also responsible for lactogenesis, oxytocin. Already we discussed what is the role of oxytocin in delivery of fetus or parturition. This oxytocin causes a powerful contraction in the delivery of fetus or in the parturition process. But in case of lactation process, this oxytocin involved in the let down reflex. Previously we discussed what is another reflex we discussed in previous class, neural hormonal reflex or Ferguson reflex, and this reflex is what let down reflex. Ferguson reflex, let down reflex. Ferguson reflex involved in the delivery of fetus, let down reflex involved in the ejection of milk or secretion of milk. Okay, this oxytocin also involved in the let down reflexes. This let down reflexes causes a actual ejection of milk from the mammary gland. This oxytocin play another role. It also going to stimulate the recently emptied uterus to contract. As a result, the mother's womb that the uterus become the normal or a pre-pregnancy size. So there are three roles played by the oxytocin. First one is contraction of uterus during the parturition process, and second one is it is involved in the let down reflex. It causes initiate the actual milk secretion, and third one is it also involved in the contraction of uterus after the delivery of fetus. As a result, the uterus become the normal size or a pre-pregnancy size. Pregnancy ஆகிறதுக்கு முன்னால என்ன சைஸ்ல இருந்தாங்களோ அந்த சைஸ்க்கு என்ன வந்துரும், அந்த யூட்டரஸ் வந்துரும். அதுக்கு யார் காரணம்னா oxytocin. So these are the entire process of parturition and lactation. The last part of this section, glastrum. Glastrum, it is a yellowish secretion or yellowish fluid secreted by the mammary gland during the initial stage of the initial stage of the lactation period. குழந்தை பிறந்து கொஞ்ச நாள்ல செக்ரேட் ஆகக்கூடிய ஃப்ளூயிடுக்கு பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவோம்னா glastrum அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். So glastrum nothing but it is a fluid secreted by the mammary gland during the initial stage of the lactation period. And what is the significance of this glastrum? This has less lactose than the milk and almost no fat. There is no fat substance in glastrum, and also less lactose, but it contains more proteins, vitamin A and minerals. This is significance of this glastrum milk. It also contains more protein and also vitamin A and minerals and other things that are essential for fetal growth, infant growth also present in the glastrum. And glastrum also rich in IgA antibody, vitamin A and antibody A. This is A and A. You can easily remember this concept in your mind. Vitamin A also rich in glastrum milk, and IgA antibody also present in the milk. Maybe a one mark question. And to protect the infant's digestive tract against the bacterial infection. It's the most another important thing. What is the role of vitamin A? Immunoglobulin A in glastrum milk. This glastrum, this IgA responsible for protection of this protect the digestive tract from the bacterial infection. This is another significance of glastrum milk, and it is fully sufficient till to the 6 month of age, and all infants must be breastfed by the mothers to ensure growth of the healthy baby. Okay, so if the baby wants to grow healthily, the mother must be supplied must be feed the glastrum milk for the initial stage of the lactation. So this may be a 5 mark question. What is meant by glastrum? Write the significance of glastrum. So glastrum means nothing but it is a yellowish fluid secreted by the mammary gland during the initial stage of lactation. It contains more protein and vitamin A and antibody A. and it also have a less lactose and no fat, and it is essential for a normal fetal growth. Okay, so these are the things you have to understand in colostrum. Okay, next slide. Okay, that's all. Our syllabus is over. Chapter number 2, what are the things we discussed in this part? Male reproductive system, female reproductive system, menstrual cycle, then pregnancy and implantation, then extra embryonic layer, then finally parturition and lactation. So these are the chapters, these are the topics we covered in this part. Next class we will discuss chapter number 1, reproduction in organism.